Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I've just finished filming my makeup brush collection, as you can tell by the same clothes on and obviously the makeup brushes in the background. I put my dressing gown on because I wanted this to be a really laid back, chilled kind of video, a bit like a vlog but with a bit better quality and set up a bit better as well. So as you can tell by the title, this is about my brow disaster with Benefit, and I will be providing pictures on top of this video so you can see what happened to my face, what my face looked like and all of that shebang. But I just wanted to sit in my dressing gown and cozy up with you with a little glass of milk and basically tell you what happened to me. So as you know, I used to work for Benefit, and way back when Roller Lash was launching, can't remember when it was, but it was when Roller Lash was launching, I got my eyebrows done maybe, do you know what, it was probably still a date on the video, on the pictures, wasn't it? Because I've got a new phone, I added, there's one of the pictures, I added all the pictures to my Dropbox, so it doesn't tell me the exact date, it just says modified 11 months ago. So whenever Roller Lash was launching, let's just say a week before Roller Lash was launching, I went and got my eyebrows done by Benefit, and I've had my eyebrows done by Benefit many times before, not a problem. I've had my eyebrows tinted by them before and waxed, not a problem. Never really reacted to it before. I've had reactions to hair dye before, but because obviously I've been tested with Benefit and nothing could change, then obviously I just went and got my eyebrows done. So I used to work on Benefit in House of Fraser in Middlesbrough, and we don't have a brow bar. We're just like a normal counter. So to get my brows done, I have to go over the road to Debenhams and get my brows done by Benefit. And there, Danielle, who is a manager in Debenhams, is absolutely amazing. If you're watching this, Danielle, because I'm not sure whether you will see this on my Facebook or not, she is a unbelievably lovely girl. I kind of wish that I had her as a boss. When I did work on Benefit, I think I would have enjoyed it a hell of a lot more, and her team and stuff. So I went over to Debenhams to get my eyebrows done like normal. It was actually Danielle who did it, the boss, who did it, and she fit me in. Obviously when you work for Benefit, you get your eyebrows done for free, wax and tint done for free, because obviously they want you to be pristine and have the Benefit brow. So I went over there like normal, got my eyebrows done, and when I got back I was like, my eyes like feel really, really heavy, and they were really itchy and really sore, and when I thought my eye looks really like puffy, and this is the first picture. So I'm just going to hold up to the camera so I know which picture to put first. So this is the first picture that I took, and I took it from the side because I thought front on my eyes look puffy, but I can't really spot it front on, so I thought I'll have a look from the side. And as you can tell by the picture, my, excuse my makeup by the way, my eyes is like puffed all over my eyelid, and it's like all red, and it looks like a little bit bumpy on the side, and obviously my eyebrows are looking really good and my eyes are just like really puffy. So then I took another one, which I'll put on now, and you can see that one is a lot more detail of how much it was overlain onto my actual eyelid. And then it got worse and it started developing, and then I'll show you this picture. So then I took this picture, and this picture shows you from the front of view of both my eyes. My eyebrows look really, really good, by the way. Like, Danielle did a really good job on my eyebrows. Obviously she didn't know this was going to happen with my skin. And basically you can see in the front where above my eyebrows are red, and inside there is red. You can see a little bit of texture, not the best because obviously I had the iPhone 4S, so the camera wasn't really the best back then. And it also flopped onto my eyelid quite heavily. And then it got even worse. So then I took this picture, which is this one here, and this shows like it going onto my eyelashes. It's really, really dark in the inner corner because it was just basically over my eye. And then I took the next picture, like this is like developing and developing. It got to the point where like you can't really see it on the pictures as much, but all my skin here was blistered, and it was like literally like little tiny like pinpoint custards, but like all here and all underneath my brow as well. And obviously it had all that puffiness and that sagginess. So my eyes got really, really bad, so I went to A&E. Blake's mum took me and we went to the A&E because I could barely see. It was really scaring me. It's your eyes, you don't want to mess around with your eyes, so I was like, I'm going to have to go to A&E. Went to A&E, saw the person there, and they were like, is your tongue swollen? are you finding it hard to breathe? And I was like, no, like it's literally just my eyes. Like I've had my eyebrows done and this has happened, but I don't know why. I've never had my eyebrows do like this before, and I've had my eyebrows done by the same place for ages now. Like I don't understand. And they kind of annoyed me a bit because they were like, because your throat isn't swollen and you're finding it okay to breathe, it's not an emergency enough to go to A&E. So they had like a after hours doctors in their like hospital, so I went to the after hours doctors instead, and they put me onto their waiting list, and I was waiting there not as much as what you'd wait for A&E, but obviously I'd already waited to go into the A&E part to then see somebody, to then get told I had to go to the doctor part instead of just being told that in the first place. So this picture is the next picture that I took, and this was after I left the hospital, and that is me in Tesco. You'll be able to tell by like the shelves in the background. That was me in Tesco buying some anti-inflammatory tablets, Pirites I think they were called, and that's what the doctor prescribed for me. So that's what I look like. You can actually quite see the blistering quite well in that picture, and like how far the redness is, and like the redness underneath the brow as well. Once again, brows look really, really good, just not the face. So then I got back and I was finding it really hard to open my eyes, because obviously I had all this excess like fluid and skin, or whatever it was that was making it puffy, on top of my eyelid. I was finding it really heavy, so it was really hard to keep my eyes open, so I was like basically looking like I was drunk. And I was having all this puffiness and like blisters and spots all over my eyebrow area. Went to sleep and I thought, oh, I'm taking these tablets, it's easing it down. Went to sleep quite early because my eyes were that heavy. I was like, I'm gonna have to just go to sleep because I can't keep them open, it's too much energy, I'm too tired from trying to keep my eyeballs open. So then instead went to sleep, and I woke up the next day, and bear in mind, the next day I was meant to be at work. So I was meant to be at work and it was the Raw Lash launch. So it kind of even been a week before Raw Lash was launching. It was like maybe the day before Raw Lash was launching, and I wanted to have nice brows ready for the launch. So the next day I woke up and couldn't open my eyes. My eyes were stuck together. They were like thick, like pussy, like as if I had like conjunctivitis or something like that. Like they were really bad. And Blake was obviously laid next to me, and Blake was like, Lucy, you need to look in the mirror. And I woke up and I was like, Blake, I can't open my eyes. I had to like literally like prise my eyes open, and Blake was like, babe, you can't go to work. And I was like, why? Like, I don't, and he was like, look in the mirror. So I looked in the mirror and I looked like this. And Blake said that I looked like a sharp-haired dog. So I had like, the fluid basically dropped. So instead of it just being here and hanging over, it was now on, the fluid was in my eyelid, like on my eyelid, and above it as well. So my eyelid was, I'll try and like zoom it in for you, but my eyelid was like full on puffy, as if like it was like a little fat roll, and then above it was like a fat roll as well, and then like above my eyebrow it was just kind of like normal because the fluid had dropped from that area. And I like rang my boss and I said to my boss, Rebecca, I can't come in, like, have you saw what I look like kind of thing, I can't come in like this. How am I supposed to sell a brand new mascara looking like this? Like, if it was any other job, like if it was a job where, I don't even think I would have gone in if it was any other job because my eyes were that bad, but if it was even worse, the fact that I was working on a makeup counter and we were launching a brand new mascara and my eyeballs looked like that. Like, no, I can't go to work like that. She was like, right, okay, whatever kind of thing. And she like made me send her pictures as if like she didn't believe that I like was generally like the way that I looked kind of thing. So I had to send her pictures, and I had to send my area manager pictures as well, which has nothing to do with Benefit. Like, I kind of understand because they were the company that did it to me and stuff like that, so kind of understand why. And then the next day I woke up and this is what I looked like the next day. So the puffiness dropped once again, so it wasn't so much in the top bit, it was more on my actual eyelid again, and it also dropped from my eyelid to underneath my eye. So you can see like it looks like I've been punched like underneath my eyes, and I've got like really big bags because the fluid had dropped so far down. And you can kind of see in that picture, you'll see it more so in the next picture, but in this picture you can kind of see like the blistering around my eyebrow as well. And the next picture is the one that I took the day afterwards. So this is 3 days later now, and I was meant to be at work like the next 2 days, or for the raw lash launch, then miss a day, then back in at work. And obviously I was meant to be at uni as well. So this next picture here, you can see where it's more underneath my eyeball now. Like it's still a little bit saggy on the top and a little bit puffy on my eyelid, but it's more underneath my eyes now. But in this one, you can really see the blistering around my eyes. You can see the little dots where the spots have been, because if you scratched the spots, like the pus kind of like went away. It was weird. I don't understand. It was like my skin was blistered, and I don't understand why. Well, obviously I didn't at the time understand why. So all that happened. My area manager was more bothered about the fact that I was off work than she was about the fact that I'd done that to me. If I was a customer, then it would be a completely different approach that I think she would have took. She no longer works for Benefit now, neither does my boss. So I don't think it's a reflection on Benefit as a company. As Danielle, who was a girl who did my eyebrows, who is a Benefit manager in Debenhams, she got told about it from our area manager, and who passed the message on and also showed her the pictures. And I have her on Facebook, and she inboxed me on Facebook, and she was like, I am so sorry. She was like, I don't understand why it's happened. We haven't changed the wax, we haven't changed the tint. I don't understand why it's happened. And I was like I think she was more upset than I was over it. I was just panicking, thinking, oh my god, is this gonna scar me? And what's happened to my face? It's so puffy, it's so heavy, oh my god, it was horrible. It was such a horrible experience, especially on such a visible part of your body as well. Everybody looks at your face, especially your eyes as well. Your eyes and your lips, that's what everyone always looks at. And I was like, oh my god, I look like a Shar-Pei dog. She was so apologetic for it. She was so nice about it, that she kind of made me feel a lot better that my area manager and my boss were kind of a little bit arsey towards me about it, but they both no longer work for Benefit anymore. And there's reasons for that they don't work for Benefit. So I don't think it's a reflection on Benefit as a company, as Danielle reacted really nicely to it. We found out in the end what it was that I reacted to. Basically, after they do your eyebrows at Benefit, they use a cooling gel on a cotton pad and wipe it over your skin, and they changed the cooling gel but hadn't told me that they changed it. So if I wanted to, I could have sued them for that, because they're meant to tell you when they change it, and they're meant to tell you when you change it so that you can get tested to make sure you aren't going to be allergic to it. So a lot of people were telling me to sue them, and I was like, no, I work for the company. It's just a mistake. Yes, my boss and my area manager haven't dealt with it in the best way possible, but I can't be bothered with that side of it, and I wasn't completely sure that I was allowed to sue them because of that kind of thing. So as for how Benefit as a company reacted to it, didn't get in touch. Apart from my area manager, it didn't get any higher than that. No one asked me if I was okay, if I needed any help. I never got any compensation for it or anything like that. I got paid for my days off, but that wasn't because Benefit were being nice and I had a reaction to getting my eyebrows done with them. That was because I got paid by House of Fraser, and House of Fraser have a scheme where your first 3 months of being on the sick you get paid for, after that you don't get paid for. And hadn't been off, or I'd been off once, so I still had enough of them sick things to do, so I still got paid for it. But then I also lost my sick pay for it as well, when it wasn't my fault. So it was kind of yes, it was good in a way because I got paid, but also bad in a way because I lost one of my sick things when it wasn't even my fault that I'd lost it. They should have told me that it had changed. Apparently my mum said that when I've used something with aloe vera before, it's kind of irritated my skin and scratched my skin. So obviously when they've waxed and tinted my eyebrows and the skin's been open, my pores are open, then just put that aloe vera in, it's obviously got into my skin, and my skin's been no bitch, I don't like this. Nope, don't like it. So as you can tell by the pictures, I was blistered, spotty, and looked like a Shar-Pei dog from my eyebrows being so puffy and full of fluid. And it was definitely an allergic reaction, it just wasn't extreme enough for it to be A&E worthy apparently. But when it comes to your eyes, don't let anybody, when like anything that happens to you, when it comes to your eyes or anything like that, don't let anybody think that it's not serious enough to go to the doctors or go to the hospital for. If you think it is, and like other people also think the same as well, it's not just you being OTT, then go to the hospital. I did it and I got referred to the doctors. That's not a problem. As long as I got seen to, I wasn't really bothered. Kind of a bit annoyed, but wasn't really that bothered. So that is my benefit brow story. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it being a bit laid back and a bit more chilled, but yeah, that's what I look like. That's what happened to me. That's how Benefit dealt with it. Quite disappointed of how Benefit dealt with it, but how Danielle dealt with it, like apologising and stuff, which is all she could really do because she can't take it back or anything like that. And she found out what it was that had changed for me as well. She dealt with it in the best way possible. But as for Benefit as a company, whether that's just a bad reflection on their area manager and my boss at the time, didn't deal with it in the best way. And Benefit as a company are really lucky that I wasn't a customer, because I could have really kicked off over that. So I don't know whether Benefit just dealt with it in a bad way because if it's a reflection on my area manager at the time and my boss at the time not being the best employees for Benefit Cosmetics for many reasons. Because I don't think Benefit got told any higher than my area manager. So I don't think it's a bad reflection on Benefit as a company. I think it's a bad reflection on the two people that they chose to employ that had to deal with me. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if there's anything else that you want me to do, like a story time video on, and I hope to see you in my next video. I hope them pictures weren't too like repulsive for you. Just take it as a how I look back at it now. At the time when it happened, Blake just said that I look like a Shar-Pei dog, and that just made me laugh. So that was like my way of overcoming what had happened to me and finding the funny side of it, was Blake saying I look like a Shar-Pei dog because of all the rolls on my face. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye guys.